Today I'm going to be maxing out a couple of Shundos as well as a few other Pokemon. And I'm also going to be sharing some of my thoughts regarding the state of Pokemon Go as of right now. I think there's a lot of thoughts that I've been holding on to and I do want to share them. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. Alright, let's jump right into it. So, I've had a couple of Shundos that I've been meaning to max out for a little bit of time. And yeah, today is the day. Now the reason why I'm going to be maxing out some Pokemon is of course because over the past couple of weeks, we've had a couple of events that gave us a huge influx of Stardust. Of course, I'm talking about the Duskull Community Day, as well as the Alolan Meowth Spotlight Hour. I've been able to pick up a lot of Stardust through these events, and of course, I feel like now is the opportune time to spend that Stardust and get a couple of these Shundos maxed out. Now, my philosophy has always been that if you have Stardust, you need to spend it. Stardust is, of course, the most important resource in Pokemon Go, and I do believe that it is meant for spending. Like, I know it's comfortable to hold on to all of your Stardust, like a lot of players want to have about 5 million or 10 million Stardust on hand. I really feel like if you have Stardust, you should be spending it as soon as possible. Now, I know a lot of players will disagree with me on that, but I really feel like Stardust is the metric for progress in Pokemon Go. Like, the more Pokemon you have maxed out, the more effective you're going to be in raids, the more better Pokemon you're going to have in PvP. Overall, Stardust should be spent as soon as possible. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Although some of the Pokemon that I'm going to be maxing out today may not necessarily be that useful. I'm only maxing it out simply because it is a Shundo. But the first Pokemon I'm going to be maxing out is this one right here, and this one actually is useful. It is going to be my Shundo Gengar. Now, before I max it out, you can see right here when I appraise it, it is a 100% as well as a shiny, and it does have some really good moves, so I'm definitely going to be using this in raid battles. But yeah, let's max it out. Now, fortunately, Niantic gave us the option to just spend all of our Stardust and candies like right off the bat, so we could just go straight to the max level. That's exactly what I'm going to do for this Gengar. Here we go, level 50. Nice. So I've been sitting on this one for a while, and I feel like I should have maxed it out a lot sooner, considering that I've maxed out quite a lot of other Shundos before it. But yeah, there you have it, a maxed out Shundo Gengar. This is exactly what it looks like. 3254 is the absolute maximum CP for Gengar, and I'm not sure what it is Mega Evolved. Actually, let's do it right now just for kicks. Look at that shiny Mega Gengar. I think Mega Gengar is the coolest only when it is shiny. And look at that CP, 5019. Now if I go to my Pokemon collection and sort by CP, you can see right there, it's straight up at the top. That's pretty awesome. Now the next Pokemon that I'm going to max out is of course going to be the most recent Shundo that I picked up, and it is going to be this Samurott. Now, I know a bunch of you are probably wondering to yourself, why are you spending the Stardust and candies to max out a Samurott considering how useless it is? Well, it's a Shundo, and that's mainly the reason why I'm spending the Stardust, because regardless if it's a good Pokemon, if it's a Pokemon that I plan to use, I'm going to max it out if it's a Shundo. I mean, it's just, come on. If it's 100% shiny, you just have to max it out. That's just a rule of thumb. And while I'm at it, let's give it a second charge attack. Of course, it has Hydro Cannon because it was caught during a community day. And yeah, there you have it, everyone. I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, quite a lot of Shundos maxed out. Of course, there's quite a few that I still need to max out, like this Rayquaza. I'm currently walking it so that I could get all the XL candies. And there's actually a raid invite. I'm not gonna raid right now. Now, the next Pokemon that I'm going to max out is actually going to be this 98% shiny Alakazam. Sure, it's not a 100%, but it's pretty damn close, so I'm going to just max this out. And I do plan to use this one. I actually think that Alakazam is one of the useful psychic types that are currently available, especially if it's maxed out, because it can be a very nice glass cannon in raids. So yeah, there you have it, everyone. A maxed out 98% shiny Alakazam. Now I'm actually going to max out a Pokemon that I've been wanting to use in the Go Battle League for a long time now, but of course I haven't actually maxed it out yet. So it's going to be this Umbreon. Of course, Umbreon is a powerhouse in the Ultra League once it is maxed out and if it's 100% IVs. And of course, you can see right there, it's already my best buddy, so I will give it that buddy boost whenever I use it. And yes, there we go. Fully maxed out Umbreon. Super exciting stuff. 24-16, it's going to be a beast in the Ultra League. Of course, I already have a maxed out Talonflame as well. And yeah, there you have it. A bunch of Pokemon that I maxed out. I'm super excited about it. Oh, I actually forgot. I need to max out this Porygon as well. Just like Samurott, it's not going to be a useful Pokemon per se, but it is a Shundo, so I do have to max it out. There you go, 3693. That is the absolute maximum CP that you could have for a Porygon Z. There's still quite a few Shundos that I still need to max out. I still need to max out my Shundo Blissey. And I feel like at this point I'm just flexing my Shundos, but in any case, yeah. These are my Shundos. I would hope to get more. It's all going to depend on how many lucky trades I can do in the coming days. Alright, so now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Pokémon Go. Because I really feel like the game as it currently is right now, it's in a bit of a weird place. Like, when it comes to Pokémon Go, I just feel like the game has kind of hit a plateau. Like, there hasn't been that many exciting new features into Pokémon Go, and I really feel like when it comes to the events, they really haven't generated a lot of hype. Like when it comes to like the Zarude event, for example, the one we just got. I really feel like outside of Zarude, there really wasn't much to that event. And of course, when it comes to Pokemon Go in general, I really feel like it's gotten to a point where it heavily relies on the events that are currently going on in the game to make it an actual success as a game. Like, that's the only way they're driving up engagement. And I do feel like this is a huge problem because Pokemon Go really does need that new feature that will get players excited about the game once again. Of course, we saw the same thing with raids when that was first introduced. That got people excited about the game. Of course, later on, it was with PvP, but there really hasn't been much since PvP. They've added a couple of little features here and there, but it wasn't enough to drive players to want to continuously play the game, to play the game every single day. There just really isn't too much there to get people engaged. So what does Niantic do from here? Well, there is actually some sort of new feature that is coming in Pokemon Go. Of course, data miners have been openly talking about it. It's some sort of exploration thing. Like, I'm really curious to see how that's going to work out, considering that the game right now is a little bit more friendly towards playing at home. And of course, a lot of that has to do with just really just things that Niantic added to the game in response to the pandemic. And of course, a lot of that stuff remained in the game after the public outcry with them being removed. And I really feel like Niantic is in a place right now where they need to kind of force players to go out and explore if they want to keep that part of the game intact. And it's going to be really difficult to do with stuff like the Go Battle League and with stuff like remote raiding. It's a lot more encouraging for players to just stay at home rather than to go outside and explore. I mean, even with the most recent community day with Duskull, it was really hard to find big groups out there that is willing to actually grind it out hardcore. Even though it was a 3x Stardust bonus, like, it was really hard for me to find players when in my local areas, like the places that I usually go that generally has a lot of foot traffic. So yeah, I really feel like with the game as it currently is right now, it's a little bit concerning, considering just really the game feels so grindy. Like, the only times that I really engage with Pokemon Go is with certain spotlight hours and with certain community days, but outside of those, I just do not necessarily care about the game at all. Like, when it comes to PvP, I really feel like I'm just not interested in it. It's just not a system that's fun to me. I know a lot of people love playing PvP and that's been really rewarding for them, and I'm really happy about that. Like, I'm really happy that there's players out there that are just fully engaged in the Go Battle League. But because I'm not necessarily interested in the Go Battle League, it's really hard for me to feel engaged, to feel motivated to play Pokemon Go. And I do understand that Pokemon Go is a bit of a sandbox game, like it's a create your own fun kind of game. And yes, I do think that in order for you to fully enjoy Pokemon Go, you have to set yourself different goals that are going to be very different from other players. But a lot of the goals that I set for myself, I actually achieved over the past 2 years. Like, I wanted to get the Platinum Best Buddy medal, I achieved that. getting best buddies with all of my Pokemon, that was something that drove up engagement every single day. Like, it got me to play, it got me to move around, it got me to spin Pokestops for berries and different things like that. And because I achieved this Platinum Medal, I really feel no motivation to actually play, considering that there's not a whole bunch of buddies that I need to grind up every day. And sure, I could go for the other Platinum Medals, but a lot of them are contingent on whatever event is currently available. Like, for example, if I want to go for the big Magikarp Platinum Medal or the Fisherman Medal, like, I need to rely on there being events where a lot of Magikarp are spawning, because as of right now with the current event, there's absolutely zero Magikarp out there. So these are some of the problems that I see with Pokemon Go. What I would like to see is for Niantic to tone down the events, that they have such a heavy reliance on these in-game events, that I would like them to actually bring that down. Like having a lot more diverse spawns and just having 1 or 2 event spawns during events would be a lot better. I really feel like as the game currently is right now, it's just extremely grindy and it's just not fun. So hopefully Niantic could get their act together. There's just a lot of potential with Pokemon Go, and I still firmly believe that. It's just going to be up to them to make the right changes to make the game fun again, and I really do believe they have that potential to do that. So yeah, I'm excited about these upcoming features, this exploration feature. I'm really curious to see how that's going to pan out, and I'm still playing the game. It's not like I quit the game and this is an announcement that I'm quitting the game. I'm still playing the game. It just hasn't been as fun as it used to be. So I really hope Niantic can capture that magic that they used to have. I mean, Pokemon Go, when it first launched, was just amazing. Like, the fact that it was all about going out and collecting Pokemon, it really hasn't felt like that in a while. So I really hope Niantic does something about that. But yeah, in any case, these are all my thoughts about the current state of Pokemon Go. I would love to know your thoughts, and yeah, let's have a great discussion. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Jinsula, and I'll catch you all later.